I'm in rural America a lot, and it's always fascinating to see some of the things that have been preserved in rural America because of the simple fact that in our major cities, they've become so oversaturated with tall buildings and things like that. It's often detrimental to the preservation of history. And so I found this spot, which is the former Boxwood Plantation, the small dwelling, which is right over there. We'll go over there in a second. Is the last reminder of Boxwood Plantation, the home of the Elliott family and later of the Nevilles. It was built in 1854 by enslaved brick and occupied by the household servants, which I am definitely thinking that those servants were enslaved individuals. But it does say that it's one of the very few brick plantation quarters surviving anywhere in Alabama. So it's pretty weird to see this structure right off of a highway where cars are zooming past. I'm super inquisitive, so I'm always gonna stop and look. But there looks to be some industrial complexes around here. When you have this amount of land, you know, I guess why not? But this would be the former enslaved dwelling right here. And I'm curious what this was for. I know in some places they were used to mount horses, but I'm not quite sure. So this is the actual dwelling right here. Based on some of the experience that I have with being on the slave dwelling project, sometimes these would hold 2 to 3 families, which you can only imagine is pretty crowded. Often at times, try to find fingerprints in the bricks just to see if some are in there. There's a little nail right there, but you never know what you can find. And over here is the cotton field. Some of the cotton's popping up right now. Looks like that may be private property over there, so I don't want to go over there. But this is the other side of it, the chimney. For a history lover like me, this is a dream to see that this structure is still standing because of the simple fact that you're able to amplify the voices of those individuals that were once enslaved and had to build this structure, as well as the Boxwood Plantation itself, so it's not erased from history. Let's see if I can get a glimpse on the inside. So that's the inside of it. Yep. Yeah, this is pretty neat. If you look, let me go down here, and you can see how vast the cotton is in this field. There's the cotton field right there. You'll be able to see the cotton. That's the cotton right there. Let me zoom in some. All right, so let's get some more information about the Boxwood Plantation. Now that I've shown you all the actual structure, let's turn our attention back to the historical marker. So post-emancipation in 1907, prominent Morgan County planter William Vinkley Neville purchased Boxwood. Neville descendants continued to own the property until the 1980s, concealed by later additions. The old slave quarters came to light in 2010 during development of the Mallard Fox West Industrial Complex. So that's what we've been seeing, is the Fox West Industrial Complex by the Industrial Development Board of Lawrence County. All right, so that gives us an idea now of how this place became developed. To foster interest in its significance, local volunteers Lisa and Jimmy Lentz stripped away the additions to expose the original two-room house underneath. All right, cool, shout out to them. It was then stabilized in consultation with the Alabama Historical Commission and with a small grant from the National Trust of Historic Preservation. 2013, this rare vestige of early agricultural life in the Tennessee Valley was listed on the National Register of Historic Places. That's what's up. That's what's up. I tell people all the time, man, there are so many people that's interested in history and in preservation, and they have to be acknowledged and recognized for their hard work because they understand the importance of preserving these spaces, specifically from a learning standpoint, from an education standpoint. I feel like there were so many things that I wasn't necessarily privy to while growing up in K through 12 and even in college that, you know, now as an adult, because I'm able to have more autonomy over my life, where I go, you know, things like that. I have the opportunity to kind of make up for that, and I'm not being wasteful with my time in not doing that. So I'm gonna walk around here a little bit more. As you saw, that window over there was exposed. This one right here is closed, and it was stripped down so the original brick and everything could actually show. But I am still curious on what this was. I think it was for the horses though. I think this could have been where horses were mounted. I have to do some additional research and see if I can find that out. But this is it. The remains of the Boxwood Plantation. Hope you all have enjoyed today's program. Make sure to subscribe and share. Peace.